guess, yep. And then here, it's on. Ready. Boom, yes, I am on. I hope everything is good. I hope I'm on and you hear me. Check. Now I think you are. And that's it. We are back together. I'm so happy to be back with you all. I hope you're all doing good. I had, as you know, a little short break. It was a short break, but not to relax, actually to brainstorm some new ideas, some new inspiration, and exciting program for you that I created for you today for the purpose of AirDance. I'm very grateful, of course, to be back with AirDance and through this platform, sharing it through you, through the little screen, and reaching out to all of you wherever you are on the earth. So I'm sure you've had so much anticipations to what's going to happen today. We had a little bit of a timing issue, so anyway, everything is clear now. I am here with you and I'm just waiting confirmation to see whether it's all okay. But so far I haven't received anything, so I'm assuming everything is good. So a lot of anticipation for sure, a lot of maybe excitement, maybe wonder, maybe eager to know what's going on. So yes, for me as well, it required quite a clear setup in my mind of where I wanted to actually go with you for the next couple of weeks. And that's what I want to introduce to you today. So I want to do a bit today talking to you about things that are actually very personal, very close to my belief. I've done them. I've done this type of training for many years. I feel it's been successful. I feel quite attached to it and I know the effect of it as well. But also it's something quite vulnerable, something a bit private maybe in some ways. So it's something that unfolds the person self, that really gets you connected to yourself. And it's not for a sense of purpose to impress so much, but it's really for a purpose to actually get so in touch with yourself, with your body, that you are from that place capable of expressing something. So that's the purpose really of where I want to go with you on this road. And the way it's going to be divided is that it's going to be divided with a clear, number one, it will be a clear warm-up. So we're going to use a specific formula for this warming up. That is a warming up structure that I've used and that was introduced to me many years ago, and I've used it all throughout my career. And as I said, the purpose of that is really to get in touch with yourself, in tune with yourself, to get out of your head, out of the external factors that can be influenced by life, by the different life situations, to actually manage to put that aside and by really going into yourself. So we're going to use very specific rhythms that are music that are based on specific rhythms, but it's the purpose for those rhythms to actually use them in our movement. So it's going to be straight into movement related warming up. I will explain a few rules about this. So what it stands for, first of all, why is it so important, but also what are the rules, the essential rules that will need to happen in order for it to work, of course. And then the second part of the whole program is going to be that we're going to transit from this warming up, dance-related warming up, into some specific dance-related subject. So to our world of subject matters or topics. Our dancing world has got this very clear different ideas of different topics that all teachers are nourishing you with. And we're going to transfer from the warming up into some specific dance-related subject. So we're going to actually break it down a bit into pieces. And then at the end of the program, so the last part of this program will actually be to do a full performance of one full dance from beginning till the end, so a non-stop full dance. So I truly believe, in my opinion, that for success to happen, it is very primarily important how you prepare, how you warm yourself up, how you get ready, how you focus on something specific, that's the middle part, and then how you actually go into the sense of performing it, sense of giving it a bit of a go fully from beginning till end. So a sense of reality check. Not only staying busy with the little pieces and the technical ability and the decision making, but actually performing it, giving it a go with music, full power, with your partner, non-stop, from beginning till end. So the whole purpose of this program is not so much, not only, of course, to improve your dancing, partly it is to improve your dancing, but also to improve the overall performance aspect of movement. So how to get ready to your fullest, to your most maximum abilities. And by using all these tools possible, such as warming up, focusing on a task, and then getting ready for the performance. So this will be a bit the three major parts of the program. And of course today I'm on my own, so today the principal idea is going to be for me to tell you a bit about this warming up. I'm going to show you in specific rhythms, specific music, how I'm using these rhythms and how I'm using this music with myself, with my body, of course, on improvised movement, and that will be in order to really get fully warmed in myself. So that's something that I think will be useful for you to do every day, before each practice, before each performance, before each competition or shows or whatever you have to be ready for. But then I'm going to also go into a bit of a dance. It will be mostly about the cha-cha, and then I will perform it at the end. But then from next week onwards, so from next week, from the beginning of August, I'm gonna have always a couple, beautiful dancers will help me, will participate, and will help me to actually demonstrate and to follow a bit the same routine every week. So every week it's going to be the same similar approach as in the warming up, how you get psyched and zooming into a very specific subject. So really go deep and making some specific decisions, first individually, then with a partner, see how it works in bracketing it, and then at the end fully dancing the whole dance from beginning till the end, with still having these ingredients in the body, but then the whole 9 yards of performance will have to be there for 1 minute at least. So that's the program that I want to introduce to you. So that's it, bye bye. No, so of course now the hard part for me is that I have to tell you a bit about my secret. My secret warm-up, my secret, my little special warm-up that I believe truly has helped me for many years, not only to actually warm myself up, but also to release the stress of everyday life or the stress of competition. It was actually introduced to me at a quite earlier stage of my career, but at the earlier stage of my career with Slavic, of course, but very quickly we became successful because we started dancing together, and only 3 weeks after we danced together, we already won our major championship at the UK. So the very first time we danced together, our first competition, we were immediately put on the top of the chart, if I can say. And I was just not even 18 at the time. So it was a quick fire up to the top. And I remember, of course, waking up the next morning, and we both looked at each other, and we had breakfast with our team, with Ruth, Peter, and Max at the time, you know, that have always been our main teachers. But I remember at the time we looked at each other and we thought, wow, now we've been put on a high-speed train. We better fasten our seatbelt and, you know, stay on top of it. We better keep up with this because we are already put on such a high position, and now what do we do with this? How do we cope with the stress of staying on the top, with keeping impressing and keeping challenging people because they know already what we are capable of, so now can we prove ourselves on and on again each and every time? And it was very important for us not to lose sight of ourselves as well, not to get over pressurized by the expectations of the competition, or not to get too arrogant about it, but to stay actually quite present in each and every practice, in each and every moment. And we had a very good team, of course. We had Ruth, our main coach, Peter, the technician, and Max, who was very much into stress-releasing structures and helping us finding new ways. And Max introduced to us, Maximilian Winkelhaus introduced at the time to us the 5 rhythms of Gabriel Roth, which was, it came from an American dancer, a musician, American dancer and musician, Gabriel Roth, and she made particularly 5 rhythms for people to get a bit in a trance, to get fully in touch with each and every rhythm, and actually not to think about it, so not to go too much about the skill of dancing to this rhythm, or being interesting to this rhythm, or being polyrhythmical to this rhythm. No, to really match with each and every rhythm, to really have a sense of giving in to that rhythm, allowing your breath, the breath, to enhance each and every rhythm. And that's how the music, her music is constructed. So she constructed 5 different rhythms. The first one is called the flow, so it's all about flow. So it has a sense of flow, and the music relates to this flow. The number 2, the second rhythm, it's all about the staccato feel, staccato rhythm. So it's quite different, of course, it's a big contrast. I will go in detail in a minute. And the third one, it's all about the chaos, so the totally contrasting again, giving to gravity a sense of earth, no control, chaos, it's called chaos. And the fourth rhythm is all about the lyrical feeling of the movement, the lightness of lyrical. And then the fifth rhythm, which is not going to be so much useful for us today, I'm not going to go so much into the fifth one, it's called stillness. And that rhythm I'm going to, for a minute, leave a bit to the side, because it's more in order to get in a sense of meditation, and from a nothingness to actually get into a sleeping mood. So it's quite helpful even to listen to that last rhythm song and fall asleep and drift away, which is not totally what we need right now. So I'm going to start with the 4 major principal rhythms that were introduced by Gabriel Roth. And yes, and the main purpose of this, as I said, is really to become one with each and every rhythm. So it is really to actually, the rules are really that you need to have a sense of good breath, always using the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, and in 2, 3, 4 and out 2, 3, 4, and to keep continuously that flow of that breath. So to really feel that the breath has a continuation of energy non-stop. So the breath is the big stimulant of the rhythm, the breath, and that allows them to exaggerate. The second rule will be to really exaggerate each and every movement that you do. So to actually, although you feel like you make no effort, that there has to be some effort making from you to really stimulate that breath, and to get into it for a long time, so the duration of the rhythm. So each individual rhythm lasts about 2.5 minutes, and it's quite important when you use this that you actually stay the length of time, that you actually dance with your body into this rhythm for at least 1.5 minutes, and you experience that blood circulation and that heart rate rising up, and you go deep and deeper and longer into the rhythm. So the very important aspect of it is the duration. Yes? And then the last rule that is quite, I believe, quite important for this warming up to work will be that you have some sense of keywords. So some little keywords that relate specifically to each and every rhythms. So if we talk a bit about flow, it's all about the continuous motion, from one motion to another motion. One movement gives birth to another movement. So it has a sense of flow from one movement to another movement. It's a circular feeling inside your body, a circular feeling. So everything is created through little inner circle of each and every different body parts. And the main part of your body that you surrender with is the head. So the head, in a flow, the head is the part of the body that starts the movement. So even if you then move from the head to the shoulders, to the elbows, and you keep breathing throughout that rhythm. Yeah, so just to give you a bit of an explanation for now, how this rhythm of flow is going to be transmitted in your body. So the first part is the head. We have to try and surrender our heads. So we create and we imagine circling, making circles of waves. Changing a little bit the tempo, faster, slower. Using also your jaw, so your jaw, this part, the jaw, your mouth, yeah? So that's all about flow. And of course, when I say, as I'm just now talking to you, I use keywords that are affiliated with the rhythm of flow that are quite personal to me and that helps me stimulating that rhythm, stimulating that movement, stimulating the rhythm in my movement. So I use very specific words that, of course, as a teacher I can tell you, but the best would be for yourself that you have a sense of personal keywords that are affiliated each individually with each individual rhythms. Yes? So it will all make a bit more sense when I go with music, but for now I'm just carrying on a bit. The other thing, as you probably noticed, I have no shoes on right now because the first idea is really that we go so into these rhythms, into these individual rhythms, that we need to not have a sense of posing or impressing or being erected in the posture. We actually have to give in to gravity. We have to have a good breath, have a good letting it happen, feel to the movement. Just checking if I'm all doing good. If you hear me, I hope I have no message from Joe, so I'm not sure if I'm talking nowhere, but hopefully everything is good. So the first rhythm, all about flow, continuous motion. So even if you internalize it and feel a bit more of an inner focus and you have a sense of flow from your shoulders to your elbow, to your wrist, your head, your spine, into your hips, into your knees, and in the knees, from the knees back to the upper body, and then allowing your breath to enhance the movement. Number 2 rhythm is all about the staccato feel of the rhythm, feel of the movement. So staccato, it's a sharp, sudden, quite the opposite of flow. It's quite sudden, strong, sharp, direct, and again, the purpose of this is to really exaggerate the staccato feel to it. So fire feel, fire, sharp, zoom, with the hips, with the chest. So we're gonna go make more sense with music, but to feel the contrast from flow to sharp, strong, direct, fast, light, not light, sudden, sharp, fire, dynamite, a sense of dynamite to the movement, unexpected. So even in your breath, it has to be a strong out exhale. Flow has a soft, longer lasting time. Staccato has a very sudden external exhale. So the exhale is sharp, strong, sudden in staccato feeling. And again, we're gonna experience that specifically with music as well. And then, let me double check, because Joe is writing to me. Everything is fine, okay, good. Bez stresu, I like this. No stress, I think I understand. Good. And the third rhythm that we're gonna go into, and in a minute I do hope that you're gonna follow me with this and do it with me. Take your shoes off, you know, get a bit into the earth, the floor, feel your feet, and don't have the heels on for a few minutes, and we're gonna actually implement it. So the third rhythm, it's all about the chaos. So in some ways, chaos for me means a bit of letting it happen. It's connecting it to the feet. So we go from the head in the flow to sharp body parts in the staccato. And now we go down to the feet. So we go sense of complete freedom. Yeah? So it is gonna have to be slashy, throwy, relax, shake it up, let go, feel your feet, grabbing, touching that floor. It's quite a heavy feeling, boom, like a bit of a heaviness and a throwiness in the earth. So it's quite the opposite. Staccato is a little bit more decisive, sharp, focus is out, boom, sa, bam, and then boom. Chaos is the opposite. I have no focus. No focus, growth, throwing with the head, letting your hair be throwing. So chaos is quite nice as well for me to feel a combination of flow and sharp of this staccato maybe. But see how that goes for you. But a sense of chaos, so in terms of dynamic, it has a throw, slashy throw, free, totally unexpected release of energy. Completely release of energy, not controlled, but release of energy. That's the chaos. Yeah? And then the last rhythm of today, which just already by explaining even these different rhythms, automatically you get already more into a better state of being, but even by going deep into it, by exaggerating it, by really get in touch with it, that's when actually, you know, something really good or good happens, hopefully really good. Let's not put too much pressure. So anyway, so the lyrical, yeah, it's quite different again, lyrical. It's a little lighter. So I feel it more as an inhale. Inhale to the lightness of the wind. Has a open feel. Light and airy, maybe an airy like a leaves in the wind. So yeah, so quite specific mood each rhythm has. Light and airy is a little bit more up in energy. Staccato is a little bit more forward, maybe attacking, direct, sword-like, punch-like, suddenly. Chaos is down, is really into the earth, is low in energy, is going boom, boom. A bit of relax, freedom, total heavy. Root chakra, the root chakra. And flow has a bit more indirect, maybe connects more to the horizontal plane, to the feeling plane. So it's more my own world, the flow, my own flow, how I connect. How one movement gives birth to another movement, and it's for myself. So not really yet to communicate, maybe. Really quite personal. Okay, so these are my 4 rhythms. The last one, as I said, is a very good rhythm as well, of course, the stillness. But stillness is something that I want to talk on its own very much in the future, into dance-related quality, dance-related feeling. I want to put stillness in specific moments of the movement, but to actually warm the body up, I think stillness will not be so useful for now. So you could use stillness as a cooling down rhythm at the end of the session, how you go from all these different upbeat and blood circulating rhythm, and getting yourself pumped up, ready to perform or to go a bit more into actions, and then dropping it down into a sense of nothingness, of letting go again of everything that just happened, and now finding your own sense of now nothing, finished. So stillness would be quite good to go there, but I will definitely use it, but not today. So the first thing I'd like to do with you right now is let you hear a little bit those different rhythms. So again, as I said, those different rhythms have been made specifically for dancers, but also actually I think for not only dancers, also for business people, for quite, where the stress is very high, for you know, where level of stress is high. And the thing that, so it has been created by this American lady, Gabrielle Roth. She used these rhythms very specifically with music in order to have a sense of stress release. So it's to get you out of your head, completely into your body, and have a complete disconnection from the rest of the world, not being aware of what's happening around you. So although you are present here at the moment for 30 minutes at least, you go right deep into your own space, your own internal world, and the internal world of these rhythms. So it's important that you go deep, dig deep into permitting, allowing yourself to go there. Not go in it, but be a little bit aware, oh, can I do it? Have the courage. It's something to do also very much with courage. It's quite vulnerable. You divulge yourself to that. So even I feel a little bit, you know, vulnerable. I feel a bit like this is not something so much that I need to show you to impress you. This is really the purpose for this, is to actually get myself into a specific mood of readiness. So that's the purpose of this, getting myself ready for the job, for job-like activities. Yes? So let's try. I'm going to show you, to let you listen very much to the rhythm number 1, and I'm going to immediately, so I'm going to let you listen to this rhythm first, and I'm going to go immediately with my body into it. It's the flow, so I'm going to use keywords that stimulate myself so you can see how I get into those rhythms. It's really to allowing these things to enter my body, as I already spoke to you before, allowing the music to pierce in my body and become one with that rhythm, not trying to impress, not being polyrhythmical, not being polydynamical at the moment, just being one with the rhythm. Following, allowing my breath to lead my flow, and allowing the flow of my movement to lead itself into the next. Yes? So let's see. So listen first. So one thing is first allowing the music to enter your body. Close your eyes if you have to. Breathe in, don't forget, and breathe out. Starting with your head. Allowing your head to move and to lead and to follow your flow wherever it leads you. It may lead me down, up, in all circular feeling, changing the space, not trying to impress, but no stopping. One movement gives birth to another movement. One movement is the beginning of another movement. Gentle circles with your shoulders, with your spine, experiencing the gentle circles with your elbow. As you do this movement, try to feel how you enter different parts of your body, changing the speed. And no control, let it happen. And move to your hips. Hips, circling with your hips into your knees. No thinking, just breathing. And out. Do some actions if you want, but all about the flow in that space. Flow and circle. Circling with your body parts. Hips. Up, down, forward. Chest. Internal little circle. And using your breath. And activate your jaw. Even when you walk, so change the direction. Feel that you have a flow and you don't stop that flow. So it's all about rolling, circling with different parts of your body in different space. Down, up, forward, up to the, yeah? So that's the flow. One movement is giving birth to another movement. One movement is the beginning of the other movement. So no stop. Experience no stop. And keep doing that. Don't stop. Don't stop. Close your eyes. Just get in that rhythm. Even if you don't think how it looks, it's not how it looks, it's how it feels. All right. So that's the first. Now, of course, I could do it longer, but I'm going to shift now into rhythm number 2. And straight away, get into rhythm number 2. So it's sharp. Sa, pa, sa, sharp. Start with your head. Sharp, slow, direct. Different parts. Sharp, 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 precise, direct, sudden. Look, 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 out. Sharp, direct. Break. Give it a break if you can't do it anymore. But keep that rhythm in your body, even in the walk. You walk with your hips, with your legs, sorry, sharp. So you feel it's down, quite staccato. Change the tempo. Fast, 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 fast. Slow. Stop. Stop. Look. Look. Do different shape. 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 Boom. But don't think of the shape. Boom. Boom. And change the rhythm. Sharp, fast. And change the rhythm again. So we move into the rhythm number 3. So keep breathing. This one was staccato. Now, another feeling. Connect with your feet to the earth. So it has a lower energy. First, drop the energy. Drop the energy to the earth. Get down into it. And now, feel your body getting ready for that rhythm. So, purpose is to exaggerate it, yeah? Don't go too conscious. Stop your mind from thinking. No thinking, just doing. In that feeling. Throw. So to actually throw yourself out. A bit of a letting it happen. Throw feeling, throw it out, energy, even slow. But throw your energy out, don't think. So it's not shoop, it's and shake it up to your maximum. Slash with a rubato feel. So, and this you do it for 2 minutes. Get right into it. Exaggerate that feeling. And now, I'm feeling all shaken by it. So, I'm sure you're laughing at me. I don't care. So now it's the next one. Lyrical. Lightness of the wind. Taking off with my inhale. Lightness, like a leaf, to feel light and airy, light and airy. Even when I go back, light and airy and lyric, up in the sky. Free fingers. Again your jaw, but it's a bit lighter, feeling happy. Joy. Freedom. No thought. Light. Light. Light and airy. Slow as well, like has a feeling of joy, playful and joy. Even in your feet, little feet, feeling the joy, the lightness in your feet. The play, hoopala, little play with your feet, little play, like a kid. Such a happiness to move your feet. And maybe to carefully walk and look and smile. It has this airy light in that music. Woo. Catch, let go. Catch. Feel of changing the weight in a light way. Lighten up in your smile, in your eyes, in your jaw, in your hair. To enjoy that music of lyrical. Close your eyes and enjoy it a bit longer. Lightness of your arm. Lightness as you go down. Lightness of your legs. Lightness of that turn. No thoughts, no thinking. Up in the sky. Even when you go down, down, but up. Enjoy that music. All right. So, well. All right. So this is, of course, just a brief idea what I did, but really, it's quite. I am hot. I am fully warmed up. My joints are released. I feel much lighter. I feel much more mobile in my joints, because we tend to neglect very much the importance of warming up our body. We think very much, oh, even as dance teacher, we think we can actually, from watching our couple to showing the couple without any sense of preparation, we can just do it. And we neglect the warming up very often. We take it for granted nearly. And then that's, of course, when accidents can happen. And of course, even I made that mistake. I will never forget, again, referring to my very first year with Slavic, that first year of becoming so successful. And so we were introduced to this incredible warming up. I knew how important it is, but then you get a bit sidetracked by the demands of lives, and we are about a year later. We are 2 weeks before winning for the first time, potentially winning for the first time Blackpool. It's 2.5 weeks before the first win in Blackpool, in the amateur. And we get a request. I'm sorry, I jumped straight away into my story, but it just came to me now. And we got a request from the television. We lived in Amsterdam at the time, and they asked us, as they knew we had become so quickly successful, they asked, can you come and do a dance on TV for us? And of course, being so young still, we had no idea. It was our first TV program. I was not even 18 yet. First TV program, super excited. Yes, we're going to come, we're going to be on TV. What we didn't know is that we had to sit for half an hour chatting and talking, and then straight from the seat we had to dance a full jive in a TV studio full of drafts, full of open doors, cold, hot, spotlight hot, drafts everywhere. We are sitting, chatting, and now we have to whack non-stop one full jive. And of course, what happens? I injure my back, I strain my muscles. 2.5 weeks, as I said before Blackpool, I can't turn to the right, to the left, can't do anything. Of course, still very young and naive. I think, oh, in 3 days it will be good, 3 days will be gone, but not the case. It gets worse and worse. I do all sorts of treatments. Anyway, story short, we are in Blackpool, and I have injections between the rounds. Quarterfinal, I'm having cortisone injection in the changing room upstairs. People see the whole drama around. Anyway, I still managed to dance the final, and we won it. And we won it anyway, but it was the most painful experience I've ever had, and very risky, actually. I could have really damaged my spine, because cortisone is terrible. I wouldn't advise it in any case. But all this to say how important the warm-up is, and it doesn't matter what are the circumstances, who for, even especially when you are young and starting and your body is not fully yet, formed, how important it is to always go into a complete warm-up of your body, just as I've done right now. And this is something that I would do before every single practice, every day, because by doing this, you also see how much other potential and possibilities your body is capable of. Things that you would not normally maybe dare to do, but just because you go so into that mode, into that zone of just listening to your music, listening to your breath, listening to your body, and allowing things to happen. This allowance then proves or gives you so much more possibilities that you maybe wouldn't risk normally. And then actually by doing it and doing it again and again, the repetition, not just doing it in itself for five minutes, but I think I did about 1 minute of each dance. But normally when I was in my younger days, I was doing the whole track, 2.5 minutes non-stop from beginning till the end. The whole warming up duration lasted about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So before I could even connect to my body, before I could connect to my partner, I had this 30-40 minutes of warming up only for myself, just for myself, to fully feel that I'm free in my body, free in my joints, and now only I can start to connect. So this is again very much not the purpose to impress, not the purpose to be interesting or to be faster or to pose better. That has nothing to do with this. So if you are all about looking in the mirror as you do, it's not going to work. That is absolutely not the purpose. You have to be able to have a sense of detaching yourself from the external world and have the zero expectation or zero attachment to how you look. So it's not so much about the person right now, it's really about your inner, I mean, it's even more about the person, but it's more about your truth, your inner sense of connection, connecting to your truth, finding your truth, finding yourself a bit deeper before you can actually now be ready. And that immediately it releases endorphins, it releases some fears, gets you off your mind, and now actually I can actually be more ready to connect to you, to myself, to my partner, to whoever is present in the place. I can feel the space around me a bit more. I'm a little bit more active here, a bit more aware, because I've used my body in all possible ways. So really, that is for me really the importance of this warming up. And in the next lessons, I am going to switch immediately. So I hopefully will still have, I'm still going to be warm, I think, because I've sweated it quite a lot out. So, but now it's the key, the point is to transfer this warm up into some dance-related specific subject, so that I use my body now and I focus a bit more direct into a specific task, into a dance-related subject that I put in my body. And it could be that I relate it more to the warming up that I've just done, which I think is what I'm actually going to do, but it could be anything else too. So I'm going to see you in a short time. I hope you did this warming up with me and I wasn't jumping around like a monkey on my own. And I hope you enjoyed it as well and you got something out of it. If you don't have this track, I suggest you get this track. She made lots more musical structure later on, but I like this one. It's called Initiation from Gabrielle Roth, and it's called the 5 Rhythms. All right, see you soon. Thank you.